Well, good evening and happy Wednesday, everybody. I've had a long day at the barbecue restaurant, but what a day. It was a good time. I found out that barbecue guys get up really early in the morning and work even longer hours than Firewood guys do. So there's a video uploading. I got it all edited and everything before we got started, so it should be loaded by the time we get off this. But it was an experience. Lake Ontario Firewood, Mike's here, Josh Leach is here, Bill Saflarski's here, Craig's Cord to Coles, Jeff Morgan, Robert Daigle. Good evening, everybody. I've been up since 2:30 this morning. Barbecue day starts at 4 a.m. Learned a lot. Learned a very lot, and learned that barbecue is a definite labor of love, much like firewood is. So I understand why barbecue guys and firewood guys get along so well now. Jason Lee, good evening. Denny Hart, how you doing? Yadkin Valley Outdoors, Jimbo 505, Speedy, good evening. Everything is going excellent. Yadkin Valley's been up on the mountain cutting trees. Well, I've been in Dover, another town over, making barbecue and learning to make barbecue, and I learned a lot. I learned a really lot, and got to see just what our firewood that we supply to that restaurant gets used for from start to finish, and it's a pretty unique process. Our firewood touches all but probably 4 or 5 products that they make, which is really cool. So that was definitely a learning experience. Oh yeah, Yadkin. I know, down in your area, barbecue is everywhere. Up here, we don't have a ton of barbecue restaurants, so we don't get a lot of good barbecue. This was probably some of the best barbecue that I've had in Maine in a long, long time. So, and there's Nate Emerson right there. He is the gentleman that owns Belly of the Beast Barbecue, and it was my pleasure to spend the day with you guys. So I told him if you ever needed somebody to fill in, we'd get some new suspenders made that say Meat Master on them, and I'd run the cutting board for him. Wise Choice Firewood, good evening. Mount Tammany Ridge, John, how are you, my friend? No, Denny Hart, there is nothing like smoked meat. That is 100% sure. Dennis Rexford, good evening, my friend. The brisket that Nate makes honestly melts in your mouth, and we had some pork belly brisket, which is basically uncured bacon that he seasons exactly like a beef brisket and throws it in the smoker, and man, oh man, is that stuff good. Mercury Garage, how you doing? Well, Yadkin, I'm gonna have to take you up on that because I love barbecue. So when we come down, oh, clean the lens, please. You hang on, I sure can. Let me find something to clean it with. Oh, let's see. It's probably some leftover barbecue stuff from my fingers. Whoa, we're closer now. Let me back us up a little bit. There we go. That's better. Good job, Josh. That's why I got you guys. You guys keep me straight. Without you guys, we'd be staring at a foggy screen. So there you go. Daniel Atkins, good evening. Yes, low and slow is definitely the way to go. And yes, Robert Daigle is going to have brisket on the 18th of May here. That's the Sunday after the Northeast Firewood and Forestry Expo up here in Bangor, Maine. So we will have a small cookout and gathering here for anybody that comes up. Time in the Buckeye, good evening. Basso Family Firewood, and Kevin Violet, K-Train, I saw him in here. So Kevin's kicking around. He's probably supposed to be at work, but he might not be at work just quite yet. So we'll see. Outside in the 804. Can smoke some butts, chicken, and ribs, but brisket's another animal. Brisket is definitely a different animal. So 902 hand, Richard had an absolute awesome time with Brandon Chabrier, one of the players from the Maine Black Bears hockey team. he and Brandon had a great time. Brandon actually offered to come back and do some more skating and some more lessons with Richard at another time, maybe even pick him up from school. So I think Rich has got a new friend, or Brandon got himself a new friend, one of the two. But they had an excellent time. He showed Richard a bunch of little tips and tricks and stuff like that. So really, really cool. It's awesome to have somebody like that take the time to spend with Richard and really show an interest and try to help him. It just, you know, it's one of those people, he's just as good as a woodhound. I to say help somebody if you can, and he helped Richard and was glad to do it, and they had a great time. Richard is still beaming ear to ear from it, so absolutely really cool. We've got some short video clips and photos. Maybe I'll throw a couple up on YouTube just so that everybody can see. Rob outside in the 515, how we doing, my friend? That new logo looks great, by the way. That came out awesome, so very, very cool. We're gonna do some different videos. I've got some topics that we're gonna talk about later on, and we'll get into those videos just a little bit further along, but pretty cool. Firewood fella, good evening. Oh, Yadkin Valley's teasing with his barbecue already at Hope in September. Well, I'll be there, and I'll bring my stretchy pants there too. Nate fed me good. I tried a little bit of everything while we were there, and everything was excellent. I don't think that there was anything that I would say was subpar by any means. And the desserts, holy smokes, you guys. Their desserts are just as good as their barbecue is. So really, really cool. So Lake Ontario Firewood got a load of logs, and he just said he's got 20 more loads of the same thing coming. Looks like you're going to be busy, Mike. Dennis Reckford is teasing. It is not 78 degrees in Maine. It was spitting snow and raining while we were in Dover. So spring is slow getting here. We'll see. Daniel Atkins was a speed skater on a 100-meter oak floor. Jealous in a good way for Richard to have the opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah, and Richard's going to get some more of that opportunity. He's really made a friend with Brandon, and Brandon is really liking working with him. And Richard listens pretty well, so I think if the two of them can work together, it could be something really cool for both of them. I know Brandon does hockey clinics for Pee Wee hockey and things like that when he's home in New York. He's from New York, so really cool. My wife and I were both really impressed with Brandon for doing that for Richard, and with Richard for listening and being really good as far as learning and trying to participate. So it was really cool to watch him, and it's really cool to see how far Richard has progressed. So, oh, York Firewood, you take me gold panning and I find gold, I'm moving to Pennsylvania. I'm in. Danny can shout for me when I find the gold. Oh, David Lowe's got a load of oak for his 405. That 8-way wedge will be busy tomorrow. It's always nice to have nice processor grade logs, that's for sure. We've got some wood coming. I don't know when it's coming, but we're gonna have more wood coming. So I was hoping it was going to be soon, but we've had rain. It's been wet. They can't get into the yard to get the logs out where they are. He doesn't want to get a bunch of mud all over the logs, which I appreciate. And I've still got some wood left here. We've had some orders come in, so we've got some orders to do. I've sold 9 more cords today. 5 of them we're waiting on, but 4 can be delivered anytime. And I've got another 6 cord order that's coming too. So definitely really cool. Home improvement projects are fun. Yeah, home improvement projects can be fun. Not all of them though. Larry, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Let's see. I don't think I missed anybody. I think I'm caught up with the chat now. Eric Hernandez, how we doing, my friend? You are really piling up the free wood. I am very jealous of all the free wood that you get, so that's awesome. Keep grinding, keep getting after it. David Lowe, if those are all 18-inch and you're cutting them 16-inch and running them through an 8-way, that is going to make some firewood fast, my friend. That is going to be absolutely awesome. I always used to love getting the larger diameter firewood and running my 8-way wedge on my Bell's processor I had. I would kind of cherry pick and set things off to the side. And when you get that bigger wood, it just flies through there. It makes it so nice. So enjoy running those logs, because it's not very often we get the stuff that would be considered perfect processor logs. So when we do get them, it's nice to take advantage of them. Basso Family Firewood, how you doing, Chuck? Good to see you, my friend. So it's let's see, we're a couple of weeks away from the International Firewood Expo. Yeah, you can post for something about something for sale, Lake Ontario, sell away. There's a whole bunch of guys here, you'd be surprised. We've got some wood to do. I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I've got to pick up a trailer and pull a trailer to the International Firewood Expo because we have some things coming home. And yes, I will be in Ohio, York. We will be there. I'm not sure. It was going to be my wife, Richard, and I, but my wife has had some staffing changes at her business, and I don't know if she's going to be able to get away. So it may be just myself. But like I said, I've got to bring a trailer. We're bringing some things home from the International Firewood Expo to use on the channel for a little while. So we're gonna have some stuff coming back to the wood yard with us, and we're gonna see what we can do with them when we get them. Yadkin, you and I, we're gonna get together one of these times, and we're gonna have a heck of a time. That's for sure. So. All right, so let's see. Lake Ontario, Mike from Lake Ontario Firewood has a friend getting out of the business, and he's selling a 24-foot American firewood conveyor for $6,500 or best offer. That's not a bad deal on a conveyor at all. Conveyors have certainly gone up in price, that's for sure. They're not cheap, but I think my conveyor is my favorite piece of firewood equipment that we got, because chucking all the firewood by hand into the trailer or into the dump truck is really, really hard on your elbows, and the trailer is just really, really, really nice. Oh yeah, Firewood fella, I'll be there. You'll find me. I'll either be in the all-wood booth or I'll be in another booth, and we'll talk more about that other booth a little bit later as we get closer. Let's see. Josh Leach, if you're talking about that conveyor, yes, I would definitely put that on a trailer if you're going to tow that back to Maine, if you're interested in that. The conveyors will tow down the road, but they're not necessarily meant to be towed long distances. So short distance, no problem, but long distance, yeah, no, don't do that. Tim Poor, good evening, my friend. Oh boy, his 2 Vevor chainsaws have shipped today. You'll be on the Chinese chainsaw gang soon enough. So my 8-way wedge I am picking up at the International Firewood Expo. So I will have that back soon after we get back. And we'll get that taken care of and put on the machine. That should speed our stuff up even more. Outside in the 804, those road range conveyors, depending on what you're feeding them with for a splitter, seem to work pretty well. I found some other stuff, and that's going to be one of my videos. I found some off-brand stuff at a company, and I'm interested. So I may take a swing through to that particular place and check it all out and see what's going on. So stay tuned for that update. I'm going to try to get there. I don't know if we're going to be able to or not, but I think it would be a good stop. Logger Jason, good evening. Good to see you, my friend. Mike Corcoran, how we doing, my friend? And there's Tim and Sarah. You got the gang with you, or is it just you and Mom? Yes, David Lowe, I think it's going to help with our resplits for sure. I don't think there's anything that we have for Firewood that's big enough that we would need to resplit with the 8-way. There might be an occasional piece here and there, but I think we're really going to be able to crank through Firewood fast. Ah, so Neighborly Homestead's got the whole gang. Well, good evening, everyone. And thank you again for the maple syrup. I had it in my coffee when I had to get up at 2:30 this morning. Whew. It was a early morning for sure, but I had a lot of fun. It was really, really fun going up to Belly of the Beast barbecue and spending the day with Nate and his crew up there. Really, really great people, really, really great stuff. So absolutely awesome. And the timber cat, Jasmine, has heard me in the room, so she's come for scratches and is meowing and whining and just being a pain. This is the only cat I've ever had that actually wants to come see me and do all this stuff, but absolutely crazy. PA just bought an off-brand conveyor and got it all assembled to use for the first time. Seems to work well and saves a lot of time. Yeah, the conveyors are absolutely awesome to save your labor. It's a lot of work tossing and throwing all that wood around, so conveyor was my favorite investment for Firewood, I think. Shortly behind that is a commercial splitter, but I really, really like the conveyor. The conveyor is just a huge time saver. But we've got some other time-saving things coming. We've got some things that'll hopefully speed everything up. Yeah, the blade's filling up pretty good behind me. I've got room for probably 8 or 10 more stickers there, and then that one will be full, and we'll have to put another section up. So we'll see what we got. Yeah, the 405 is a nice machine. The 405 is a really nice machine. And again, the thing with processors and splitters is there are so many options out there. It just depends on what works best for you. I don't think that there's a particular processor or brand that you could say is so much better than all the others that that's what everybody should run. Everybody does things and they do them a little different, so it's nice to have all the options of the other Firewood processors and the other companies out there because it gives you choices. Robert Daigle tried to change his name to Not Enough Firewood, but it didn't go through, so he's wondering why that is, and I don't know. Yeah, Chipper LLC's got some pretty interesting stuff. They were one of the companies that I was looking at. They've got a knockoff of an Easton-made splitter called a Rima, and that actually seems to work pretty good. I've seen the videos back and forth on it, and pretty interesting, and especially for the price. Eric Hernandez has a 40-inch round of red oak that he's going to be getting for free, so that's awesome. Yeah, the Rima, for the price that they have, they've got a bunch of motor options, they've got a bunch of wedge options, and for what it is for a splitter, from the videos that I saw, it's not bad. I mean, I think they're under 10 grand, and it comes with a 6, 8, and box wedge, hydraulic log lift, auto cycle. I think it's a decent machine. I haven't seen one in person, and I haven't run one, but from what I saw for videos, not bad. Yeah, I've heard that their communication is not good, so I'm actually going to be kind of in that area with another stop that I have, so I may swing through and just pop in and see what they have available, and try to get some videos, try to get some information, try to put my hands on a couple of the machines. They've got some mini skid steers that look really, really great, and I wanted to check those out, and they've got a couple of wheel loaders that I'm interested in too, so we'll see. Yeah, that's just it, David Lowe. There are processes that are perfect for people, but what's perfect for someone may not be perfect for you. So it's it's pretty cool. I like seeing the different options. I myself have sent out, I think, 6 or 8 Firewood processor quotes this week. And I've got a couple of people that are very interested in processors. So hopefully a couple of those people are able to get their financing and their ducks in a row, and we can get them a machine and get them processing firewood a little bit easier. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out. And David Lowe, yes, I ran a 405 at one of the shows. I believe it was the Bunyan show. I ran a 405, and really nice machine. The European machines are nice. They are. And I don't think they get the credit that they should really deserve just because of the size and the way that they're made. They look smaller and insufficient. But those European processors are really, really awesome. They do a good job. And Shotlift Family Firewood just said that we should all congratulate Logger Jason for reaching his 1,000 subscriber mark. So congratulations, Jason. That is awesome. And keep plugging away. Stay consistent, keep going at it, and it'll keep growing. It's something that takes time. Be consistent and stay consistent, and it'll keep growing for you. So congratulations on that. So Craig's Cord to Coles, we gave him a shout out, and he picked up some new subscribers, and there's a bunch of people we give shout outs to. Most of the people that are in here, we've all subscribed to their channel, but I think it's really good to do the shout outs, like when we put the stickers up. It wasn't a very good performing video for me. Not many people watched it, but it's really cool to see all these channels right here grow and see just what the Woodhound community can do for each other. Which leads me to another thing. This guy right here in the wood yard, Chris, does a fantastic job of keeping a variety of firewood videos and topics and things going. And it's really cool to see all the things that it does. I have people coming over from his channel now, and they say, hey, we saw you comment over here. We're here to see what's going on. When you see people coming from the bigger channels and they're coming to see it, it's kind of cool, because that goes to show that, you know, everybody's kind of working together. And I always find that interesting to see where the people come from. So when I do the shout outs, I tell them to let them know that Russ sent you, or that Willey's Firewood sent you, so you guys know where these subscribers are coming from. I had somebody ask a question back here. Firewood starters are going just as always. We keep plugging away with them, and we keep selling a bunch more. I'll have a bunch at the International Firewood Expo with us, so we'll have a bunch of those available. We'll have shirts, we'll have stickers. I'll have as much merchandise as I can cram in the truck, and when it's gone, and we can order more, or we can ship more when we need it. So it's pretty cool. I like to see how everything has progressed. It's a lot of irons in the fire sometimes with everything going on. We're selling the log splitters. We're working on firewood processors now. We've got the fire starters. We've got the merch. We've got our regular firewood. It's a lot, but it's fun. I enjoy all of it. I like everything to do with firewood. So, it's just a really cool thing. Yeah, no, Chris is an awesome guy for sure, firewood fella. And the fact that you've got him to kind of have around is really awesome. Pay attention, take notes, and see what you got. Yeah, I got a whole box full of Gramp sticks too. Those will be coming with us, and we'll go from there. Dick, Old Guy Firewood, good evening. Good to see you. And Daniel Atkins, just like clockwork. There you go. Just plunked my email address up there. So if anybody needs a splitter, a firewood conveyor, fire starters, a Gramp stick, or anything else, my email's there. So go ahead and have at it and shoot me over an email. I'll answer you back as quick as I can. Yeah, there you go. Neighborly Homestead got his Gramp stick today. Wise Choice Firewood. Yeah, York Firewood, we can set you up. You come see me in Ohio. We'll get you one. I haven't seen an update on Larry and Robin since, I think it was last week or the week before on the Back 40 Live. I don't see videos anymore, so I don't get a whole lot of correspondence, but I hope to see them back making videos at some point, but I know Larry's had a struggle for sure. Yep, we got your Wise Choice Firewood. We'll take care of it. We'll have a whole box. I've got a whole box of Gramp sticks up on the shelf. I don't know if Davy's Logging got his Gramp stick or not. I can look at my my shipping notification, but it was sent out. I know Dave Edwards, he watches the channel. I've sent him 2 batches of sticks now, and both of them have made it to Georgia where he is, and then now it's saying they're back in Massachusetts in a sorting warehouse. So I don't know why they're not getting delivered to him. The address is right, but it's just, I don't know. Sometimes shipping is a little frustrating. I've got another customer we sent a Gramp stick to. He didn't get it. It's one of those things. Yep. No, Jack from Log Cabin Firewood's been doing a really good job with his videos, and I like watching Jack's videos. Jack and I, we go back and forth with each other all the time. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I've seen people use all kinds of things for sticks. I saw a guy the other day, he had just a chunk of 2x4 that he was using, but I mean, whatever works. I like to have something comfortable. The Gramp sticks they're really nice. They fit right in your knuckles good. Doesn't tie up your hand. You can still move around. So I like the Gramp stick. It's what I grew up using, so it's definitely pretty cool. Let's see. Lake Ontario Firewood. Can we make a plug for another channel that has an event they need help with? Absolutely, you can. That's the whole thing. Dick from Old Guy Firewood says he'll have an update on Larry. Robin is taking a look at video. I hope to have it posted tonight or tomorrow at the latest. So that's good. We'll have an update on Larry. So there you go. Carl Mowers wants to know if anybody wants to buy a nice condo in San Diego. I don't think I'll be going to California anytime soon, but somebody might need to go out there. It seems like it's probably warmer than it is in Maine. And Craig's Cord to Cole's got his steel edition stick, and it says that he says it makes his saw cut faster. So that's awesome. So Daniel Atkins wants to know if he was chugging syrup like they do in Super Troopers, would the stove-bought stuff go down better or the homemade stuff? So the store-bought stuff is definitely going to swallow a little harder. The homemade stuff is thinner, so you'll be able to gulp that down really, really good. So if you're going to chug something, even though it's more expensive, it's going to taste a lot better and probably be a lot better for you. So I would go with the homemade stuff for sure. Chuck Basso, I have not talked to Bobby yet this week. I've been tied up and busy. I'm hoping to talk to Bobby by the end of the week to see where he's at. I know the plan has been and is hoping to be to have the vertical splitter at the International Firewood Expo, and if it is, I will do a full walkthrough, a full video, and a full demonstration of both the vertical splitter and of the Birch series at the Expo. So really, really cool. So Lake Ontario Firewood says Brad from Firewood at the Furnace is having a hard time getting raffle tickets to sell for the Hope event. They're $50 a ticket, and as far as he knows, there are 2 saws, a 500i and a 400 steel. So if you guys are looking for a chainsaw and want to benefit a great event. Hope is one of the events that we went to last year, and it's for an absolutely amazing cause. Ken from York Firewood puts that event on and helps to set it all up. We did 57 cord of firewood for him last year and raised some money with the raffle and things. We're trying to do 100 cord, I guess, is what the goal was set for this year. And I think we can do it. I don't think there's any reason why we can't. So if you are looking for one of those saws and you want to purchase a raffle ticket, head on over to Firewood at the Furnace. I'm sure there's some details over there, and you can get your raffle ticket purchased and maybe one of a couple great saws. Tim Poor said his wife just walked in and said it must be Willey Day. I thought every day was Willey Day. I don't think you have to be present to win at Hope, Craig's Cord to Coles, but I will double check and verify and try to find out. Foothills Firewood, you don't have to apologize for being late here, brother. Just know that we're here for you when you get here. You're okay, little buddy. Carl Moores says they need a good firewood producer in San Diego, California. Used to be one in Poway, California, but he passed away 5 years ago. So it sounds like nobody stepped up and took his place. So, oh, York Firewood right there. The goal is actually 80 cords. Well, I think we can crush 80 cords, no problem, Ken. I don't see why 80 cords would be an issue whatsoever. I'm trying to get caught up. You guys are way ahead of me. Yeah, we didn't have a conveyor last year. I don't know. I'm not sure. I may have an all-wood conveyor coming down with a splitter this year. We'll see. It all depends on how equipment shakes out through the summer. But if we have a conveyor, we're more than welcome to plunk a couple other splitters next to it and run into it. So we'll plunk it and see what we can do. Carl Lewis says he won't be making any videos for a couple of weeks. Hope everything's okay, Carl. Yeah, I just use an angle grinder for my wedges too. Sharpen them up a little bit, make them a little better, and it makes them slice through the knots rather than try to bust the knots open. So that's pretty cool. Well, sorry to hear about the death in the family, Carl. Hope everybody is okay, and we're thinking of you in this time. If happen to need anything, just give a shout and let us know. And Robert Daigle with a super chat. Let's go, Gramps Firewood Cupboard. So there's another $20 for Gramps Firewood Cupboard. Thank you very much, Robert. Appreciate that. We'll make sure that gets into the till for the firewood cupboard. And Dan's House of Smoking Outdoors. Good evening to you, my friend. Yeah, I say grinder. I use a flapper disc. You're right, 100% Yadkin. I don't like using a regular grinder disc. It gets a little choppy. But I like the flap wheel. Makes a nice even edge. And I try not to get them razor sharp because razor sharp is dangerous. So yeah. Logger Jason has the Bear Paw Firewood Roundup in May, the 22nd to the 26th. More details to come. It's firewood for the scout camp that makes maple syrup. So they're making firewood for the Boy Scouts. So as Jason has details for that, we can pass that along to everybody as well, so that everybody knows what's going on and where to go and who to contact and all of that stuff. So Jason's going to have an event going on. I'm still not sure when we're going to do the firewood cupboard wood up here for Gramps Firewood Cupboard, but it's probably going to be fall sometime after the shows are taken care of. And it'll help the weather to be a little cooler as well. And mostly because my wife and I still don't really know what we're doing as far as building and selling the house and everything else. So we're going to, I don't know, it's going to be a crazy, crazy spring and summer. I'm not looking forward to it, and I am all at the same time. So Sherry Miller, good evening. Don't have to apologize for running late. Glad to have you here. Chad M., good evening to you again. Glad you could make it. So yeah, we've talked about it. The taxes are going to be too much in Old Town where we are. I think to effectively build on the land that we bought, the taxes are going through the roof. They're raising them another 38% in our town. So we're going to be moving, and I think we're going to be moving to my in-laws' property, which is in an unorganized township 4 miles from where we are right now. No code, no inspection, no building permits. Do what you need to do what you have to do, and call it good. So I think that's the route we're going to go, but it's going to create some extra work. So we're still trying to work through it. York Firewood says if anyone needs housing help for Hope, to contact him. So he must have some information. And for those of you that did not go to Hope last year and you're thinking about going, it's a great event, great group of people, really, really awesome. And I think I'm going to try to grab an Airbnb. Not sure. We stayed in a hotel last year. The hotel was not that great, and it was a ways away. So we'll see what we got. Yeah, raising 38% on top of what we have already, and they went up 30% last year. So that's a 68% increase in taxes in 2 years. So it's crazy. Ken, can you let me know what the dates are for Hope? I've got some people asking in the comments, and we'll go from there. I'm excited for the business to grow too. I'm not excited to move. Moving is not something that I look forward to at all. I do not like moving. We've been where we are right now for 13 years, and whew, crazy. Yeah, and Daniel Atkins has an Airbnb booked for the Oregon Logging Conference in February. So Hope is September 11th and 12th. Thank you very much, Britt from Foothills Firewood. So I'm going to have to make myself a list of all these events so that I can have the dates when we do these live streams. I got to be a little bit better informed for all of you guys. Well, Lake Ontario Firewood, you don't need a hotel. You can stay with your brother-in-law then. That's fantastic. Saving some money. So September 11th and 12th is going to be Hope this year. Hope to see as many of you guys there as we can, and we're going to have a good time. I'm going to bring the all-wood with an 8-way wedge, and we're going to crank some firewood. I'll try to bring a conveyor, and hopefully we've got a trailer we can stick under it, because the all-wood makes a pile of firewood in a hurry. And if I can have 3 or 4 guys lug into the machine, we can literally split it as fast as they can lug it to it. That's awesome, David Lowe. That's helping someone if you can right there. Yeah, taxes and cost of everything is going to be crazy. Yadkin Outdoors, if you got a skid steer, maybe I'll bring my splitter table that we're having made. You can just keep plopping buckets of rounds up on the splitter table. Yeah, the Bloodwood is an amazing splitter, Chad. Tim Poor has one with a box wedge on it, and he's always saying how much he likes his. There's not much that stops those Bloodwoods, that's for sure. I'll tell you, if you're gonna do 80 cord of firewood, you're gonna need the 2 days, Ken. It's gonna be a lot of work to get 80 cord of firewood done. We did 57 cord last year in about 7 hours. All the wood was cut for us when we got there. So it was a really awesome thing. It was great to see that wood pile up so fast like that. But to almost double that, it's going to be a lot of work. So, a lot of work. Well, depending on what goes on, I've got a bigger trailer coming. Maybe I'll load the tractor, a splitter, a conveyor. We'll see. We'll see. Ted Miller, good evening. Yeah, no, we put a pile of wood up at Hoosier in the rain, that's for sure. And it was hot when we were in excuse me, it was hot when we were in Pennsylvania last year for Hope. That was a warm day for sure. I remember it was hot. But I'm really looking forward to the event again. I look forward to all of these events now. Every time I go to an event, I don't think I've been to an event yet that I don't look forward to going back to. I like the events better than the shows. The shows are nice because I get to see all the equipment and everything, but I don't like to spend money, so looking at equipment really doesn't do much for me, but I like helping people. So being able to go to these events like Hoosier and Hope and things like that, I really, really enjoy those events. Going to use my 35-foot gooseneck to bring my splitter and skid steer this year, but I'll never get a 35-foot gooseneck up that driveway. I don't know if there's parking further down the road or off to the side. That would be a question for Ken, I guess. So Ken from York Firewood, if you know if there's a spot to put a 35-foot gooseneck without having to go up the hill, can you let Mount Tammany Ridge know? Clarence Dobson, good evening. Eric Hernandez, a semi-load or a triaxle load of logs here is about $1,600 right now. It's getting to be crazy. I got a couple of loads for $1,400. We'll see. Brandon Hode, absolutely, you can shoot me an email, and I still got to get you your price for your shirts and your Gramp stick. I have the Gramp stick saved for you. So I'll get that over to you as well. So yeah, I've got a trailer coming, a longer trailer. And yes, Mount Tammany Ridge, there's a spot for that excuse me, for that trailer. So if you want to bring your trailer and skid steer, they can make arrangements for you. 9 cords, Jason, is what I'm getting on a load right now. I got a couple for $1,450, but I paid $1,600 for a load of processor wood that's supposed to be coming, and I need that processor wood for something else that I have coming. So stay tuned for that too. Yeah, we're doing what we got to do. I'm gonna be pulling it with. Not the gooseneck. The gooseneck's not my trailer, but I have a 28-foot deck over trailer that I'm pulling with the Tundra. The tractor that I have is not very big, so we're gonna have some fun. The Tundra is more capable than what people think, so I'll show everybody. Yeah, if I could get wood for 120 a cord, holy smokes, would I be happy. That would be absolutely awesome. The cat is knocking everything over trying to get to me to get scratches. Man, oh man. Anybody want a cat? $900 for a triaxle load of I haven't paid $900 for a triaxle load of wood ever since I've been in business. This cat, I'm telling you, my goodness. She won't stop. She won't stop. She's got stuff knocked all over the made of mess. Jeez. But this is what she wants. She wants scratches, and she wants to knead my shoulder and use her claws to tenderize. American County 716, how we doing? Yeah, it's all about weight. I won't be over the 11,000 pounds that I'm supposed to tow, so we'll be good. My tractor doesn't weigh very much, the one that I'm bringing. You wait till you see my little tractor I got coming. I got lots of stuff coming, but it's not here yet. Oh no, cat's fed too much. It just ate, actually. So she loves scratches and attention. She's a pain like that. Somebody asked a question. I'm trying to find it. Eric Wheel, yes, I will be at the International Firewood Expo. We will be at the Allwood Log Splitter booth and another booth off and on. So, and Robert Daigle says he's going to have his Chevy so he can pull me out. Well, that's very nice of you, Robert. I appreciate that. Yes, trailer brakes are absolutely awesome. So, absolutely awesome. The cat's a pain in the ass, Tim. It's almost as bad as you and your horses and donkeys and your farm that you got going on down there. Cat won't leave me alone. She's still down there kneading at my leg right now. She hopped down, now she wants to get back up again. She knocks more stuff off the table. I'm gonna have to go stick her outside and shut the door. I hear you. Mazda rotary engine for a guy in California for his Toyota Tacoma. I saw a rotary snowmobile engine on a listing somewhere in Maine. I can't remember where it was exactly, but it was a Wenkel 303 rotary engine. And I thought of you, Daniel Atkins. So that's cool. Whenever I see rotary engines now, I think of my West Coast friend. You ever worked on any of those rotary snowmobile engines, or you guys don't get any snow at where you're at? Cat. Man. So that's a Sax, huh? I don't know. Sounds good to me. There you go. You happy now? Yeah, she's cute. Real cute. So, International Firewood Expo is the next big event. We will be there. I think it's probably just going to be me. I was hoping that my wife and Richard were going to go. We've got some staffing issues with my wife's business, so I don't think that they're going to be going anymore. And I don't have the time to bring Richard by myself. So, down. Trailer weighs about 3,000 pounds empty. It's aluminum, aluminum. So lightweight trailer. Tractor is only, I think, 2,600 pounds or 2,700 pounds with the loader, splitter and conveyor. So it's not a bad setup at all. It's made for my truck. I bought it specifically so that it was light enough that I can tow a bunch of stuff around. But we're gonna have to have a different truck soon because things are growing, and I'm not gonna be able to move some of the stuff that I have coming. So probably gonna have to go back to a ton truck again, as bad as I hate to, because the new diesels and stuff, I'm not a fan, and I'm not looking forward to it. Daniel is in Oregon. Not sure where in Oregon, but Daniel Atkins is in Oregon, so that's where he's at, Carl. I looked at a Ford F450 four-wheel drive crew cab with a 7.3 gas motor, the new gas motor. Yes, Washington, you're right. Sorry, Brandon. And I've driven one of the new 7.3 gas motors. I don't know how hungry it would be towing going down the interstate. So we'll see. But it's interesting. No, the 7.3 is actually the gas motor that they have now. So it goes well. I think it's thirsty. I had a 2010 was the last diesel I had that was Ford. And that was a terrible engine. That had a 6.4 power stroke, and that was terrible. I'm trying to keep up here. Been looking at 3/4 ton trucks. Keep telling myself no, but really would be nice for the trailer and skid loader. A heavier truck is nice. It's definitely, I don't know. It's one of those things. You gotta spend money to make money. If I'm looking at a truck, I want to probably go an F550 or a Ram 5500, just because it's a little bit of overkill, but it's better suited for what we're doing. A 1-ton would work, but I think a 5500 or an F550 is really kind of more in the range that I need to go. And I saw somebody ask if I was still looking for a dump truck, and yes, I will have a dump truck sooner than later. The dump trailer works right now, but I need a dump truck. I like a dump truck better than the trailer. I can back the trailer into most places, but it's a pain. Yeah, so I got a friend, Josh, that has the 6.2, and his 6.2 and his 1-ton doesn't pull as well as my Tundra does. So not really interested in the 6.2 gas motor from what I've seen. I don't know. It's one of those things. I want something that's new enough that it's going to be dependable, but I don't want to spend my entire life savings to do it either. But with the 5500s and the 550s, you get a better tire and brake package, so they stop a whole lot better than a 1-ton does. Yes, Carl, the Ram is outfitted with Cummins, and they have the Aisin transmissions in them. They're a decent truck. So Eric Hernandez, the 6.4 Power Stroke diesels had really hard times with high pressure fuel pumps. They had really hard times with the DPF systems on them. I put over $17,000 into the 6.4 Power Stroke that I had. It was a 2010. It was an absolute junk. I mean junk. I had nothing but trouble with it. The dealer threw their hands up. They didn't really want to help me. It's just, oy. It's crazy. So Mike, Lake Ontario, Firewood, I don't really care if it's 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. I would prefer 4-wheel drive, but it doesn't have to be. And I saw that Firewood truck that you're talking about, Josh Leach, and my buddy Dave sent it to me, and somebody else sent it to me too, because they know I run old trucks and like old trucks, so it's interesting. I have a dash cam on my truck, so I can run it, and I have it, and if something were to happen, I have everything. And that was the reason for me going with the smaller dump trailer, so that I can stay legal and get everything situated. So David Lowe, have a good evening. Thank you so much for helping that veteran with his kindling. We'll see you on the next one. I appreciate you very much. So I honestly don't mind a 6.0 diesel, Daniel. I had a couple of 6.0 diesels, and I went through most of the issues and problems that they have, and I'm kind of okay with them. It's not too bad, really. Yeah, so Carl Mowers, I had a 91 and a 93 Ram 350 with Cummins 12 valves in them. Great trucks. The bodies rotted off of them. They still ran. Really cool. I had really good luck with them. I sold them when I bought that 2010 Ford, thinking that I was doing myself a favor. I did myself zero favors. Absolutely zero favors. I should have kept the old 5.9s. Have a good night, Ken. Appreciate you stopping by. So yeah, as far as the trucks go, I don't know. I like the Cummins for the simplicity. The older Cummins. All the newer trucks, it doesn't matter what it is, they're expensive. So it's definitely, it's hard. Wise choice, Firewood. Have a good night, and we will see you in Ohio, my friend. We will be there. Look for the suspenders. I'll have them on. Should be warm enough. I shouldn't have to be bundled up, so should be suspender weather. I can't wait. I like having a t-shirt on, but not lately up here in Maine, that's for sure. 7.3 Power Stroke is a great engine. Not real powerful from the factory, but very dependable, very reliable. Not many issues with them. 7.3 is an excellent motor. 7.3 and the 12 valve Cummins are pretty dependable. Glowing Firewood, I have not seen a sticker yet, but I have not checked the mail in the last 2 days, so it may be in my mailbox. And good evening, Tom. Tom's Firewood. Good to see you, buddy. So if I get that, I'll be sure to give you a shout out, and you'll go right on the blade there with everybody else. And we'll try to finish filling that blade up. So, excuse me. Yeah, the 7.3s are pretty reliable, but let's see, what did you just say? Hoping I didn't buy a lemon, spent 11,000 with 120,000 miles, seems to be doing well. Hopefully won't have any issues. Was gonna buy a Chevy, but they're all routed out here within my price range. So most of the diesels are okay. The newer the first generation 6.7s had trouble with the DPFs on them. But as soon as you got the emissions issues straightened out with them, they seem to be fairly reliable. Old Guy Firewood says he'll have an update on Larry from Larry and Robin after this live stream is over. Should be loaded, so we'll be able to see what's going on from there. I wish Toyota would make a medium-duty truck with a diesel, because they have diesels overseas and they do a really nice job over there, but because of import and emission rules and everything else, we don't get them over here. But Toyota is bulletproof. I've had zero issues with my Tundra, really, for what I use it for. So, and Daniel Atkins says the video is already up, so there, how about that? And my barbecue video is loaded too, because I got a notification not long ago, so that's up. Yes, you do, Dick. I need to get you a sticker somewhere on that blade right there. A welding table is a really nice thing. I had a welding table in my old garage at my old house, and I miss it. It was too big to move to the new house, and I didn't have a way to load it. So I really like a welding table. Makes a big difference. And Vic's here. You all done washing dishes? So Josh Leach is looking at getting a dump dog insert soon. Those are great for small deliveries, local, close to home. Being able to deliver half, 3/4 of a cord, even a cord, depending on how high you make your sides. Those are really awesome. So it makes a really nice little buggy. And it still gives you the ability to tow a trailer and do the other things too. So those dump inserts are great. I missed somebody's comment here somewhere. Yeah, if Toyota would do that, that would be fantastic. I know at one point, probably 10 years or so ago, they were trying to work a deal out with Caterpillar to be able to have Cat diesel engines in a medium-duty truck in the U.S., and it never came to fruition. So it's definitely cool. Yeah. Being a welder, not being able to have something square and true is just as bad as being a carpenter not having something square and true. So I don't think it's just that you're a carpenter's son. I think it's just building something in general. So Kevin's doing better. So Kevin came over on Tuesday, I think it was, and we delivered some wood to the restaurant. No, Monday. We delivered some stuff to the restaurant, did a bunch of other stuff. And he seemed to be feeling pretty good, so not doing too bad. He's still got a little bit of a cold and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see. I have not seen the new 6.7 gas Cummins. I'll have to take a look. I saw somebody post something about that, but I haven't seen it yet. And Lake Ontario Firewood, the Nissan with the 5-liter Cummins was a lemon. I had a couple of guys up here that had them, and they spent more time in the dealer than they did out on the road. I don't think that 5-liter Cummins was a really well thought out design for Nissan, and they didn't make them for very long. So that tells me that it wasn't the most reliable project. Ford or Ram for me, probably, Carl, just because of the, like I said, the F550 or the Ram 5500. If I had my preference, I would probably go with Ram myself, just because I like the Ram dealer better in my area than the Ford dealer, but I think both would be fine. But having the larger brakes and the bigger tires, the increased payload and towing with the 550 and the 5500 makes a really nice difference. So just one of those things. A Cybertruck, that's not a truck. Holy smokes. You need to talk to them, Brian. Don't do it. Uh-oh, what are we saying? Craig no for? Let's see. Cybertruck, no. Yeah, 550 or 5500 Yadkin. I think that's kind of where it needs to be. Neighborly Homestead says a Cybertruck's a street legal golf cart. Kind of an oversized one. Basically, that's what it is. So we are officially into overtime. So if anybody's got any questions or anything like that, let me know. If not, I'm gonna jump off of here because I've got a bunch of stuff that I got to get done tonight still, and I've got some firewood quotes for processors to get taken care of. Get those quotes out to those customers and get everything broken apart. But we will we'll see you guys on the next one, which will be Sunday, and we'll try to have a a better update on show schedules and things like that, and get everything going. Cybertruck looks like a, I don't know, it looks like a wedge. I don't even think it really looks like a truck, but it looks like a wedge. So we will see you guys on the next one, and I'm gonna try to get a little bit of sleep tonight because we got up at 2:30 this morning. That was early enough, and then we'll go from there. But we'll see everybody, and I'll be looking in my mailbox for stickers because I see a bunch of everybody commenting to look for stickers. So I'll check the mail in the morning. If we got new stickers, I'll include them in a video, but I won't do just a video of shout outs and stickers because it didn't do very good for the views last time. We got to try to do a little bit better, and we'll go from there. But we'll see everybody on the next one. Appreciate you stopping by. Check out that barbecue video. It was definitely something different, and I had no idea how much work went into barbecue, and Nate and his team do a great job up there. Had a great time with them. They fed me. I like barbecue, so I didn't go away hungry, that's for sure. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one.